Vanessa Eccles, your host for the Do Good Challenge. So, who's doing good? Today, for our very first episode, I want you to meet Chrissia Kapalis. She's the founder and executive director of this wonderful place where we are right now. It's called From Outside In. Okay, so tell us a little bit about what is From Outside In.
So From Outside In is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and what we do is we serve at-risk youth in the community ages 12 to 21, and we provide them with new and gently used clothes. And so the whole idea behind From Outside In is, of course, to provide nice clothing to youth who are in need, but also to help youth just feel good about themselves, to help them feel confident and help them feel loved by their community. So our mission is to help inspire confidence in the lives of youth from the outside in.
And so what exactly do you do when they come here to the store? What is it and how does it work for them?
Yeah, absolutely. So youth who are referred to us through other nonprofit organizations can come to our store location. They are first guided to our inspiration room where we go through some self-esteem exercises with them. They receive a limits card, so they have a certain amount of clothes that they can shop from our store completely for free. And then they are assigned to a volunteer who helps them find their sizes, helps them get an outfit ready, and then they can come into this fitting room, try on their clothes. We also call this an inspiration room as well, where they can come and they can reflect and they can even write down some things like that they're feeling while they're trying on the clothes. And so really we try to make an event out of it as well. So they can get refreshments from the counter, they can listen to music, and they're also just hanging out with their peers, so they just have a really good time while they're here at the store as well.
So when they shop, you tally up how much the clothes cost, but they're free, so how does that work?
Yeah, absolutely. So on every article of clothing, we have an estimated value on the clothes. And it's completely for free for the youth who are referred to us through nonprofit organizations. But we want them to know that there is a value associated with the clothing, that when they are shopping at a mall or later on in a store on their own, that there are limits to how far their money goes. So they also get fake dollars with us as well. And it also lets us know how much clothing we are giving away in the community as well.
So besides giving them clothes, what does this do for them?
I think that it helps inspire youth. I know that when youth find clothes that helps them express who they are going to be more comfortable when they enter school, when they enter the workforce, and it just gives them that boost of confidence that they need to be able to succeed. And also it's a great time for them to have and to be able to mingle with some of the volunteers in the community, to be able to feel loved. So I think it means a lot to them.
So how did this come about? How did you get this vision to start From Outside In?
So I was inspired to start From Outside In when I was working with a case management organization for youth in foster care. So I was able to work with youth who were in the foster care system, but also youth who were adopted from the foster care system. And one of the things that I witnessed were teens especially coming into our offices and looking through garbage bags of clothes, donated clothes that we had, just laying around in our offices. And I remember watching one of the teen boys coming and just going into my supervisor's office and then coming out and the pants just weren't fitting right. It just wasn't his style. And he really just didn't even have much of a selection to begin with. And I know that youth who enter the foster care system a lot of times come with barely any belongings, maybe a trash bag of clothes. And so to them, youth who have gone through so much, they want to be able to feel confident about what they're wearing and how they're presenting themselves to their peers. And so I was really inspired to start From Outside In just in my short time with that nonprofit organization and being with the kids that were in the foster care system.
And this started how long ago?
This started as a program 4 years ago, and our very first event was with Boys Town of Central Florida, and I had no idea what I was doing. I just knew that I wanted to provide a fun shopping experience for youth in the foster care system. So I just started collecting new and gently used clothes from mostly my family and my friends. We didn't have this beautiful store, and we didn't have the mobile unit that we now have, so we literally loaded up our cars with bags of clothes and bins of clothes and racks, and we set up at their facility, and the youth got to shop for clothes completely for free. And that was the very first event that we had, and that's really what inspired us to keep going. We saw how much the youth really enjoyed shopping for their own clothing.
So you mentioned the mobile boutique. Tell me about that. How does that work?
So yes, so for the first 4 years from Outside In, we did only mobile events because we didn't have a space. So our only option was to travel to the nonprofit organization in whatever car or trailer that we could hitch to a car that we had. But it wasn't until this year, literally just several months ago, that we brought home our little tiny home that was converted into a boutique, and that is now what we are using for our mobile events. And the importance of having a mobile event is that not every youth can come to our store location. There's some youth that we just can't, because of transportation issues, we just can't bring them here. So it's so neat to be able to go out to areas that would not be able to have this type of experience otherwise.
You have some events in the store, and you had one recently for Covenant House. Tell me about what that event was all about.
Yes, so we had a really fun event at the store just the other week, and this was for Covenant House's Agape Ball. So the youth who reside at Covenant House or receive services at Covenant House, so these are youth who are experiencing homelessness and use Covenant House for services, they are having an Agape Ball actually coming up very soon, and they needed formal wear for their Agape Ball.
And that's like a homecoming or a prom. So.
Exactly. So we needed to collect all sorts of suits and ties and prom attire, and I was so overwhelmed, first of all, by the many volunteers who brought in so many beautiful gowns and so many beautiful suits. I'm so thankful for that. And then the youth came. So after we collected all of this, we had volunteers get the store ready with a special section just for them to shop for their formal wear. And it was such an amazing experience. We saw the youth just light up when they found something that actually fit them. I think a lot of them may have the impression that they wouldn't find something. And when you have your volunteers helping them and showing them, yes, you're going to find something, they were so excited. And I have to say the young men especially seemed very excited to put their suits together, to find a beautiful tie to complement their outfits. We even had an amazing volunteer who came and did a little tie lesson for them, so they left knowing how to tie a tie. So that was really impactful.
So with all the good things that have happened, you recently though had a setback in terms of shortly after the store opened. Tell me about that.
Yes, so very shortly after the store opened, we found out that we do not have a lot of time at our current location. So the land has been sold, and so that means that we have to move out. And at first we weren't sure what we were going to do and where we were going to go. But I do have some good news that we do have a new location that we can move to. It's just 2 blocks down the road, which is amazing. But this new location is very different. It is not set up like a retail location at all. It was an old doctor's office, and so it needs a lot of work. We want to beautify the space so that youth can continue coming to us in a real retail setting and to shop for clothes and to feel inspired, just like the youth from the Covenant House did. And we have a long way to go in order for that to happen. So we have until the end of January to move our things from our current location to our new space, and so we need a lot of help with that and a lot of resources to be able to make it beautiful like this space is.
So this is called the Do Good Challenge, and we're challenging people to help organizations. So what kind of help do you need?
Okay. So as far as time, we need volunteers that are able to come and help us move our things into our new location. So that is something that we need right away. We also need volunteers that can help us beautify the space, paint it, and just make it look really nice for the youth that will come there. Of course, we need donations. We need Treasure to be able to renovate the space. So it does take money. We want to be able to knock down a few walls. We want to make it just look like a store and make it something that youth are going to want to come into. That special experience, like that's what we're all about. We're wanting youth to feel special when they come, not scared to walk in the door. And then lastly, of course, talent. So we need those people who can do interior design and who can do construction, and that's their thing, and that's how they want to contribute to be able to make the store look beautiful. So any one of those three things is what we really need right now.
So time, talent, and treasure. You can
Yes.
use them all.
Absolutely.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you'd like to take the Do Good Challenge and volunteer with From Outside In, or if you'd like to make a financial donation to help with their new boutique space, contact them online at FromOutsideIn.org. If you'd like to nominate a local nonprofit organization for the Do Good Challenge, send us email at dogoodchallengeforlife@gmail.com. That's the number 4. dogoodchallengeforlife@gmail.com. And while you're here, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Do good.